Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Thai Talk with Dan in the land of Buriram, Thailand. Now, we've had a subscriber send an email into us seeking for our advice and our help. So without further delay, let's jump in to today's story. Hi Dan, for anonymity, yeah, you got it. Anonymity, I am Tony from the UK. And I have met two genuine Thai ladies from Bangkok whom are totally different and from two different backgrounds. One is a traditional Thai lady from a close middle class family. The other is a Thai Japanese lady from a high society family. Neither have any children and both are career minded. I am currently in a relationship with both and they are unaware. I met these women during my first 6 months of retiring to Thailand. My background is important for your subscribers to understand who I am as a person physically and mentally. I am more suited to Puerto Banús, Spain, than languishing in LK Metro with your unhealthy over 60s. However, I am a people person who is fascinated by the journeys others have taken in their life. I love music, beautiful women, and value for money, and more importantly, everything Thailand. I am a fit, athletic guy who trains 6 days a week, and I am into fashion. During the 1990s, I worked the bars and nightclubs in Spain and was very active with the ladies. The confidence I gained from this was significant, and it changed my life. During the last 30 years, I have been very successful with meeting women. However, I did not meet the right lady. So my plan B was activated and I moved to Thailand. Most of my success is from dating sites and I have mastered the use of these networking platforms from the early years when they were stigmatized. I am not proud to admit that I have never been faithful to any woman, as I am clearly addicted to the chase. This is the reason that I do not participate in much short-time fun or happy endings since arriving as a retiree, and I may have an encounter once a fortnight. My goal was to find a genuine Thai lady to settle down with and maybe have children together. I retired last year from a Home Office public protection role in counter-terrorism. This role related to risk managing extremists through safeguarding programs, de-radicalization. My skill set involved monitoring subtle behavior changes from information shared, and this allowed me to assess whether they may be moving towards mobilization, risk increasing. I am not trained in psychology, however, I have a huge interest in this, and this goes a long way to help me stay one step ahead of these Thai ladies. I have the ability to quickly assess those who are genuine, and I know how to address those very important red flags that are always present when deceit is involved. Now, I have been following you, Dan, for quite some time and have enjoyed your content more so since you began reading out the stories in order to warn men. I have intermittently been coming to Thailand for 17 years and have seen the change in behaviour with the bar girls, which has disappointed me. I have visited most of the main tourist areas and as a 2-week millionaire contributed significantly to the short-time adult fun economy. During this time I have heard horror stories from friends and Falang in bars, and since moving to Pattaya, I keep meeting so many more victims who dilute their stories due to embarrassment. There are delusional Falang who kid themselves that all women are the same and guys pay one way or another no matter what country the lady comes from. This is clear justification for having a transactional girlfriend and it is absolute rubbish. From my extensive experience currently, the covert prostitutes online claiming to want relationships are definitely the most dangerous and are to be avoided. I have tips to root these out quickly. My story. Now I am very methodical in my methods. and I decided to set my Tinder dating site location to Bangkok 6 weeks before my arrival in Thailand. Now, it's been mentioned a lot that you are very unlikely to meet a genuine traditional women in Pattaya or your tourist resorts, and I totally agree with this. I swiped right and began chatting to a professional, educated lady that we will call Pim, and she is aged 44. From her international management role liaising with Westerners, she had developed a wonderful sense of humour. Now, in order to check her credibility, I would ask questions about her work, which was checkable, and I deliberately video called her at work, and she would show me the office and her team members. I could see that they had company logos on their polo shirts, which I checked, and this company existed. In order to see Pim's works computer screen, I joked with her that she wasn't working, but playing computer games, so she then showed me her screen. I could see her email signature on the letter she was about to email to a customer. Now, I had confirmed her employment credentials, and I felt confident and excited for my retirement. What was the chance of me hitting the ground running and finding a genuine Thai woman? I joked with Pim and suggested that she should have a banner for me at international arrivals. Pim clearly took this on board, and on my arrival, I was greeted with a printed flag welcoming me personally to Thailand. A lot of time had gone into the design and wording, and I was overwhelmed by this, and Pim was gorgeous.
Turn around. That's for 35. Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Thank you.
So, I am currently still in a non-transactional relationship with Pim. I have set traps to check her sincerity, and she has passed them. I flew up north during Christmas, and I invited her to go with me. She informed me that the flights were expensive, so I offered to pay half. She was over the moon with this, and we flew separately on different days so she could keep the cost down. Pim earns approximately 60,000 baht a month with her work. She has a car and rents a condo with a swimming pool and gym in Bangkok. I have keys and a parking permit for her home. She drives to Pattaya most weekends to see me, unless she has family commitments. She often arrives with cleaning items, mats and kitchenware for my apartment. I take her out to all types of restaurants, cheap or expensive. It doesn't matter, she is just so happy to be with me. Pim is such a cheap date, as she is drunk on 2 drinks and reverts to soda. I pay the very inexpensive bills during her visits, as she makes a lot of effort. Pim has an amazing temperament and has helped me with lots of settling in problems and has been like a personal assistant. I have never met a woman before who doesn't sulk, whinge, or have premenstrual mood swings. We have never argued, and this woman has a very agreeable nature and is almost perfect, but there is a but, which is a problem. Every guy knows that the crazy women who are wired up wrong are the best boom boom, shake the room, and they know how to press your buttons and how to keep you on your toes. It is clear to say that there is a lack of intimacy with Pim, whereby sexually she is very easily pleased within 5 minutes and very inexperienced. During the first time we had sex, as she climaxed, she screamed out simultaneously, "Finished." I did inform her that her little grasp of English was inappropriate in this situation, ha ha. I guess not every Thai lady can boom boom like a soy 6 bar girl. Now, they say a leopard doesn't change its spots, and eventually I reverted to my old ways. I decided to rejoin Thai Friendly for a month, as I thought that I can't be settling for the first woman that I have met. I had used this site before, so knew how to navigate it quickly to maximise my search results. Again, I focused on Bangkok and quickly struck up a conversation with a rather attractive Japanese Thai lady, again aged 44. We will call her Jen, and she was a company owner who was the daughter of very wealthy medical practitioners. Her siblings and her were brought up by a nanny, and she had a poor, resentful relationship with her parents, who showed her love and affection through expensive gifts. Now, I travelled to Bangkok to meet Jen, and she was attractive, well-groomed and witty in a rude, snobby and comfortable way. She was educated in Australia and spoke perfect English. She was socially awkward and informed me that she likes being on her own and don't bother to get close to friends. She spoke obsessively about herself, Gucci handbags, and was of the mindset that if it wasn't a designer brand from the Emporium shopping centre Bangkok, then it was rubbish. I was intrigued by this rigid black and white thinking, and I suspected she had autistic traits. Whilst walking through the Emporium shopping centre, I watched her spend 2,000 baht on flavoured toothpaste, and it was clear that this lady did not worry about the value of money. And when I mentioned this to her, her response was, "Well, I have it, and I don't have to worry." Now, I was fascinated by this diva, by her snobby generalisations and lack of respect for Thai people less fortunate than her. I could also gauge that she was set in a simple routine of work, gym and spa treatments that she would not change, and she showed very little emotion when talking about family. When I visit her in Bangkok, I have to wait until 9 p.m. for her to finish her routine. Now, Jen was psychologically interesting, so I decided to persevere and take up the challenge, as I do like a chase, and I had never met a lady like this in my catalogue of conquests.
You got something for me, something you call love, but confess.
I found myself 38 floors up in a swanky restaurant, paying 3,000 baht for a bottle of red wine and listening to her expertise in sushi. I learned how sashimi should be cut and how fake wasabi was being served in some restaurants, which was criminal. I thought about telling Jen about my UK culture of doner kebabs down Chippy Lane and how you must have garlic and chilli sauce, but this would never trump fake wasabi, haha. On day 3, Jen was warming to me as I had challenged some of her behaviour and inaccurate lazy generalisations. Jen informed me that no man had ever done this before, and she was taken back by it, and she liked my confidence and sense of fun, which she was clearly lacking in her work-consumed life. I soon found myself in bed with Jen, and that sushi had clearly had an effect on her knicker elastic and serious demeanour. Jen had let her defensive barriers down, and she had become tender and sensual like I have not experienced for many years. I felt a wave of warmth emit from her body, and this was love-making and not sex, and was something I had craved for a long time. The intimacy was incredible, and we clearly had a magical instant sexual connection that I do not have with the gorgeous Pim. Now, I was mindful that Jen is a high society lady who frowns upon food carts and anything without a label, and I did not want my retirement funds spent in year 1. I am affluent and certainly not wasteful. I therefore informed Jen that I am not a rich man and cannot afford to dine at expensive restaurants every night. Part of me was trying to end things, but she took this on board, and we now alternatively pay the bill when out. Jen has come to Pattaya on several occasions and books a hotel for us to stay at her expense. She can't stay at mine, as Pim has belongings everywhere. Previously, Jen despised Pattaya, but now she has admitted to warming to the restaurants in Jomtien. I always choose the cheapest bottle of red wine on the menu, and she can't believe how nice it is. A grape is a grape. I have deliberately taken her in places that she would never have gone in before, as a character building exercise, such as bars in Soi Borkau, whilst in one bar, a bar girl approached Jen and asked her what bar she worked in. This amused her, and I informed her that they think you're a prostitute, even though you have a 2 million baht wristwatch on. Another bar girl asked Jen if I was her boyfriend, and she replied, "No, he's my gick," which I found hilarious. I am putting Jen through a social experiment and she is becoming a better person for it and becoming increasingly warm and more sociable from these experiences. Jen has begun looking at off-plan condos in Pattaya costing 36 million baht, and I think she sees me as the only guy on the planet who can tolerate her quirky, selfish, self-consumed ways. She likes the fact that I don't complain about her very busy lifestyle. This actually suits me as it helps me shuffle my options without presenting those red flags. She has previously informed me that nobody will ever love her, which links back to her childhood and explains some of her defensive ways and theories. Okay, I am becoming stressed by the situation as I am now ducking and diving in Bangkok and Pattaya, so I am not seen with Jen by my friends who have met Pim. Everybody adores Pim as she is a delightful lady who can socialise with anybody and everybody. I am all over Pim's social media and I am a very memorable when seen. The less I message Jen to create thinking time, the more she makes the first move to contact me. This hard-faced diva has become a pussycat and asks for hugs during video calls. I now have to make excuses with Pim and Jen on weekends to alternate them. Jen has told me she loves me and she enjoys doing new things. She's also being less judgmental and selfish and apologises when she has been a bitch. Pim is constantly fun, caring and genuine, and I do feel guilty for the first time in my adulterous life. Can you guys help with this conundrum? Option 1, choose Pim and try to teach her intimacy. Number 2, choose Jen and continue to socialise her in order to respect others. 3, ditch both and look for a genuine Thai lady that ticks the mental and physical boxes. 4, keep both and try and manage the guilt and see what happens. 5, stick to short-time fun more frequently in Pattaya as a singleton. Cheers, Tony. Well, firstly, Tony, thanks for sending your email in and thanks for sharing your story. I don't know what people are going to say in regards to this one. It's different to what we normally receive here on the channel. The only thing that I would personally say is that I've tried to be in a relationship before where the intimacy isn't that great, the chemistry isn't there, and it's difficult to try and build on it and try to make that chemistry there. I've tried it before and it's not worked for me. For me, there has to be some kind of instant chemistry. Otherwise, it is going to cause problems within your relationship. If you don't feel the chemistry with her, but she feels it with you, she's going to constantly want to go to bed with you, and you're going to make excuses for not wanting to go to bed, and she's going to feel that. She's going to notice it, and it's going to become a problem. So straight away with that woman, I don't think you're going to be able to make it better. She might be a really nice woman, but it's just probably not going to go further with her, and you will cheat on her like you have done with this other woman. You started seeing this other woman. So for me, Jen has to go, but try to remain friends. And then with the other woman, I don't know. This woman's, for me personally, it's kind of a scary situation to get involved with a woman with how she is with money. I personally wouldn't date any woman like that, but that's just me. So to be honest with you, I think people that watch the channel will probably need to give you advice on this one if they've had situations with women like this. Then they'll probably be in a better place to guide you on it. But for me, Jen has to go. With the other one, it's really down to you. Or like you say, you might want to scrap them and just try to keep dating. You've got to take your time with these women. You've got to date. You've got to take things slowly. So you know you've got that chemistry. You know you've got things in common and you can proper click and match with that person. But just it's going to take like 6 months or a year of dating. But unfortunately here in Thailand, everything moves at a very, very fast pace. These women don't like to mess around. So best of luck anyway, Tony. Now guys, if you've got your own story and you want to share it on the channel, then please get an email sent in to me to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com. Thanks for watching guys, and ciao for now.